Now, what do you use to get you there? Items of kit. And the first thing that must be on your shopping list is the Blackstones Manuals, the 2015 ones, of course. And there are lots of myths and rumours about these manuals, ladies and gents, and all kinds of silliness. When I came to the sort of the table, so to speak, in terms of the manuals, which was about 2006, 2007, at that time the manuals were not far off 2,000 pages long, which is huge, absolutely huge. With great respect to my predecessors, who were all superintendents and chief superintendents, they're a little bit removed from the process in many ways, and this had sort of like dragged them away from where they should be. They weren't thinking in the right way. I come to the table with a few different ideas, and I said, look, you know, there are quite a few things that we need to change in relation to these to make them more user-friendly, and one of them is the length. So we cut. And the result of that, you know, if I go through, I mean, forget all the years in between, we say 2007 there or thereabouts, they weren't too far away from 2,000 pages. 2015, your sergeant syllabus is contained in 1,040 pages of text. Now, no one's saying that that's a small amount. It's not, is it? But the fact of the matter is, ladies and gents, it's the best part of 50% smaller than it was in 2007. Every year we make changes, we make huge changes. We don't do them for some devious marketing strategy, because that's knocked around as well. Oh, they've changed them, haven't they, just to make us buy these new ones. Well, this is a ridiculous idea. I mean, the Houses of Parliament make their own rules in terms of the law. They decide to pass a law. What am I supposed to do as the author? Oh, I wish you wouldn't do that, because it's going to change my book. The Court of Appeal passed a decision in relation to a particular case. Oh, please don't do that, will you? Because it's going to wreck page 73 of my crime manual. I am not in control of the Houses of Parliament or the Court of Appeal or our High Courts. When they make these decisions and pass this new law, for example, I've got to include it in the manuals to keep them up to date. So that conspiracy theory is utter nonsense. I'll tell you what I do. I make huge changes every single year to the structure of these. And the reason that I'm doing that is it's got to be done on a piecemeal basis. You can't just make wholesale sweeping changes in one go. But I'm always trying to make them better for you. These are legal textbooks, ladies and gents. There's no denying that legal textbooks can be quite complicated. But that's because of the subject matter that they're dealing with. The law is complicated, isn't it? But they're not complicated by legal textbook standard. Quite frankly, they're fairly run-of-the-mill. There are other legal textbooks out there, believe you me, if you had a look at. These would look simplistic by comparison. But we cannot deny that there's a lot going on in them. But what we're trying to do is make it more accessible to you. I am not making these changes for a laugh. I am not making these changes for devious financial reasons. I'm making these changes because I'm desperate to try and make these as accessible to you as candidates as I possibly can. Now, a big issue here, huge. Old manuals, old law. I get this question with regularity. Can I use an old set of books? You know, I've got a set of 2014s, can I get away with those? Answer, no. Not if you're a serious candidate, you can't. And I know it's only 1 year, and people say, well, surely not that much has changed. We get emails at Oxford, I get emails on a personal basis, oh, can you tell us what's the difference between the 2014s and the 2050s? Because it can't be that much, can it, really? Ladies and gents, the changes are staggering. You would not believe them. There's very, very rarely a page that you can open where you won't see differences, where you won't see changes. I talked about sexual offences earlier on, didn't I? Remember when I said that thing about conditional permission? And you've got these 3 massive case law decisions, which are new law, the Assange case and all this kind of stuff. But that wasn't just the only change. I mean, if you can see here some people at the front, can you see the changes here that I'm making? And this isn't just me showing you one page and saying, oh, there's been lots of changes on that page, that looks good. You could do this time after time. There's the first page there, and there's some more there, and and there's some more there, and there's some more there, right? Now this is sexual offences, and you can do that with any page. Do you want to use the 2014s, do you? Because you think that's better, do you? Because you want to save yourself a few quid. This is a big mistake. It's the only one out there with the College of Policing logo on it. There's no other resource, no other book has that at all. This is the only book that is used by multiple choice question writers to create questions for your exam. No other Q&A database, no other book whatsoever, no other legal textbook, no other resource, nothing, just them and them alone. That's the script book for a multiple choice question. why on earth wouldn't you want to read it? Because it gives you a huge advantage, it does.